Let us begin with Tamilthai Varthu. I request you to kindly rise. திராவிடனன் திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு பிறை நுதலும் தரித்தனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிலமை திறம் வியந்து செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே. Thank you, Ms. Tanushri Krishna and Monica. We take pleasure in welcoming our beloved chairman and principal.
Encouraging Principal Dr. S. Uma Gauri and Vice Principals Dr. A. S. Saranya and Dr. Jayanti, College Committee Member Dr. Manimuri, Affable Controller of Examination Dr. Maya, beloved heads of the department, deans and directors, supportive colleagues, treasured students from Ethiraj College, faculty and student participants from guest colleges, friends from media, a very warm and cordial welcome to the one-day international conference on Exploring New Horizons, Trailblazing Entrepreneurship. It's an honor and a pleasure to stand before you today as we embark this journey of exploration, innovation, and empowerment in the ever-expanding realm of entrepreneurship, wherein adaptability and innovation continue to be at the helm. The surge in the digital nomadism, the embrace of eco-friendly business practices, the incorporation of AI and automation, and the rise of social entrepreneurship are all converging to redefine success in the business sphere. Entrepreneurs stand ready to leverage these trends to drive growth and profitability while meeting the growing demand for ethical, sustainable, and socially responsible businesses. Moreover, entrepreneurship fosters personal growth and development in the ways that are truly transformative. It requires resilience in the face of adversity, adaptability in the midst of uncertainty, and resourcefulness in the pursuit of solutions. It challenges the aspiring entrepreneurs to constantly move beyond their comfort zone and to continuously strive for excellence. As we gather here, we are not just participants in the conference, we are catalysts for change, champions of creativity, and architects of our own destiny. Today marks a red letter day with the culmination of the joint efforts of both staff and students of the Departments of Business Studies stream, totaling a strength of 90 teachers and 3,000 students, which is incredibly impressive. The tremendous amount of coordination, teamwork, and commitment in the conceptualizing and actualizing of this conference is highly commendable. Hearty congratulations and appreciation to all the heads of the department, Dr. A. S. Saranya, Dr. A. S. Gayatri, Dr. T. Usha Priya, Dr. M. Jayanti, Dr. Geeta Krishnan, Dr. Geeta Lakshmi, Dr. Raja Lakshmi, and Dr. Abhilaksha, and the faculty organizing secretaries, Dr. V. K. Maragadavalli, Dr. Maithili, Dr. Sharmeen Farooq, Dr. Shobana, Ms. Priyanka, Ms. Bhuvaneshwari, Ms. Raja Rajeshwari, and Dr. Sharmila for their unstinted efforts in making this conference a reality. We are proud that Ethiraj College for Women is poised for a journey towards excellence. Today, we rededicate and measure up to the lofty ideals of our revered founder, Sri V.L. Ethiraj. We acknowledge with a deep sense of gratitude the enduring support provided by our management and with their dedication, guidance, and sustained interest in the overall development of the institution. We extend a warm and cordial welcome to our dynamic chairman, Thiru V. M. Muralidharan, who's always been a pillar of support and strength. He is a very unconventional person and a great leader. He's always been a source of encouragement in all our endeavors. Thank you, sir, for your esteemed presence. To the young students in our midst, I extend a special welcome. You are the future leaders, innovators, and disruptors of tomorrow. Your presence here is a testament to your curiosity, your courage, and your commitment to shaping a better world through entrepreneurship. Throughout this conference, we will delve into the depths of entrepreneurship, exploring its various facets, from ideation to execution, from failure to success. We will also hear from seasoned entrepreneurs who weathered the storms and emerged victorious, and also will learn from their triumphs and tribulations. So to all the aspiring entrepreneurs out there, I only wish to say, seize the opportunity that entrepreneurship affords you. Embrace the freedom, the empowerment, and the fulfillment that comes with being your own boss. And remember, the journey may be challenging, but the rewards are immeasurable. So, dare to dream, dare to innovate, and dare to be your own boss. The world is waiting for your brilliance. To conclude, I wish to say, entrepreneurship is not just about building businesses. It's about building communities, solving problems, and making a positive impact on the world. Your own value is determined not by what you are, but by what you are able to make of yourself. So with these words, I once again welcome one and all present here and wish the conference a great success. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, ma'am, for the warm words of welcome. I now invite Dr. V.K. Margadavalli, Assistant Professor, Department of Corporate Secretaryship, former Vice Principal, to provide an overview of today's conference.
Good morning to everyone present here. To quote Toba Beta, opportunists seek for chances, entrepreneurs make new chances, unquote. Entrepreneurship is a significant aspect of modern society, playing a vital role in shaping the economy and individual lives. Business models are being challenged by disruptions caused by rapid changes in technology, emergence of digital economies, shift in consumer preferences, depleting resources, environmental degradation, and other factors which poses a challenge to sustainability. As we look ahead to the next decade, the landscape of entrepreneurship is poised to undergo remarkable transformations. Today's international conference on exploring new horizons in trailblazing entrepreneurship, organized by the Department of Business Studies, provides an excellent opportunity to disseminate knowledge on this pertinent topic among the academicians, researchers, entrepreneurs, and students globally. The objective of this conference is to provide a forum for the students to explore new insights, learn from experiences, and best practices in entrepreneurship development. This conference brings together a diverse cadre of entrepreneurs, innovators, and young minds to explore the emerging trends, strategies, challenges, and opportunities in the dynamic world, which may lead to sustainable development. Entrepreneurs are truly national assets, and the future is filled with immense potential and exciting possibilities. With a blend of young population, globalization, and digital platforms opening up global markets, and with the support of mentors, service providers, along with the government, startups are made easier for them to succeed. As per a study by NASSCOM, the startup landscape in India is projected to generate over 1.25 million direct employment opportunities. With the above crux, the conference will provide a platform for the participants and in-depth understanding that would allow them to benefit from 3 sessions covering various facets of entrepreneurship. Session 1 will be on success stories. The session is shared by 3 successful women entrepreneurs, alumni of our college, who will share their incredible journey of adventures and achievements, which will inspire and motivate many of us here. Session 2 will be on funding for entrepreneurs. This session will focus on the pivotal aspect of a business, namely funding. The deliberations would be focused on the financial forecast and various options of funding available for their growth and expansion and in navigating difficult situations and unforeseen possibilities. Session 3 will be on opportunities and challenges for entrepreneurs cutting across frontiers, strategies of successful entrepreneurs. This session will provide a framework as to how challenges and opportunities could be handled in the digital era and overcome setbacks and failures to achieve long-term growth and success. A conference of this kind would facilitate the ability and opportunity to discuss ideas, problems, challenges, and solutions in an open environment and is essential for encouraging creativity and innovation. As more and more people embrace entrepreneurship with a networking and collaboration, entrepreneurs with the right mindset and determination can make a meaningful impact across the globe. By investing in knowledge and innovation, both collaborating together, the biggest challenge faced by this society, from job creation to economic growth, could be achieved in the journey of entrepreneurship. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. I request Madam Principal, Dr. Mrs. S. Uma Gauri, to offer her felicitations.
Very good morning to one and all present here. Respected Chairman of our esteemed institution, Thiru V.M. Muralidharan sir, Vice Principal, Dr. A.S. Saranya ma'am, Vice Principal Self-Supporting, Dr. Jayanti, the conveners of this international conference on exploring new horizons, trailblazing entrepreneurship, Dr. Shanti madam from the Department of Corporate Secretaryship, Dr. Saranya ma'am from the Department of Commerce, and Dr. Usha Priya from the Department of Bank Management, Dr. Geeta from the Department of Commerce Self-Supporting, Dr. Rajalakshmi from the Department of BBA, and Dr. Geeta Lakshmi from the Department of Corporate Secretaryship Self-Supporting, and the Department of Honors, and Dr. Maithili, Dr. Maragadavalli, and all the faculty members who are all a part of this international conference, and all the faculty members and heads of the department, Dean of Research, Academics, and students. So my sincere and cordial welcome to all of you for this international conference. And I'm very sure that all the Business Studies Department has come forward to organize this international conference under this one umbrella is not an easy task. I think 6 of the departments had connected, not only the faculty members, not only the students. I think I would also like to present my sincere, cordial welcome to all the delegates and all the student participants who had come from various institutions. The theme of this conference, Exploring New Horizons, Trailblazing Entrepreneurship, encapsulates the essence of what it means to be trailblazer, a leader in the world of an entrepreneurship. It requires curiosity, relentless pursuit of excellence, and unwavering determination to seize new opportunities and venture into new markets. It reminds us that true progress is born out of courage to venture into the unknown, the resilience to overcome obstacles, and the creativity to envision a future that transcends the limitations of the present. This conference is a platform to delve into the essence of entrepreneurship and its significance in today's rapidly evolving business landscape. It is significant in today's time of global challenges and technological disruptions. It is the trailblazers among us who hold the key to unlocking new possibilities, driving economic growth, and shaping the future of industries. I am sure nearly, I think, more than 1,000 of students who have been gathered here, and all of you will have an inspiration and motivation about the different lines of entrepreneurship, and I'm sure all of you will take up in a positive way, and most of you are leaving the portal of our esteemed institution this year, the final year of undergraduation and post-graduation. So you can take all this as your learning of your undergraduation and post-graduation, and in future we would like to see some of the entrepreneurs coming back to our esteemed institution and address and then motivate the next generation too. Taking this opportunity with the blessings of God Almighty and with the blessings of our revered founder, Shri V.L. Ethiraj, I would like to give my best wishes and heartiest congratulations to all the departments, the conveners, the organizing secretaries, all the faculty members and the student coordinators who has come forward to organize this international conference. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Due to unavoidable circumstances, our chief guest of this morning function, Mr. Sarath Babu, will be arriving a little late. May I now request our chairman, Thiru V.M. Muralidharan, to share his success story to inspire our energetic students.
A very good morning to all of you. First of all, let me congratulate all the departments of corporate secretary, the entire business studies disciplines for organizing this international conference on exploring new horizons, trailblazing entrepreneurship. It's a statement full of many loaded words, exploring new horizons, trailblazing, all these things put together, if you achieve some great results, that will lead you to entrepreneurship. I congratulate Dr. Shanti, Dr. Sharanya, Dr. Usha Priya, Dr. Jayanti, Dr. Geeta, Dr. Geeta Lakshmi, Dr. Raja Lakshmi, and Dr. Abhilasha, for all of them joining together to put up this international conference. And my welcome to Dr. Uma Gauri, our principal. And also welcome our college committee member, Dr. Manimuri, and all the heads of departments and other faculty members, and all the students who have assembled here today. When I was thinking about entrepreneurship, I was just going back and looking at how we had people as role models who have actually shown some type of a path which will help us all succeed. And I just thought for a moment, if I can ask any of you a question. Have you heard about Mr. Narayan Murthy? You would have definitely heard. Or possibly Premji, Azim Hazim Premji of Wipro, or Shiv Nadar of HCL, or Dhirubhai Ambani. What do you feel about all of these people? Anybody, just as quick this thing. What do you feel do you feel they are all entrepreneurs whom you are aware of? Quickly tell me, nothing is a wrong answer, everything will be correct. So, but I can just ask you, anybody? The white, can you say what do you feel about any of them? Self-made, fantastic. Anything else? Anything else? Just, huh? Pioneer in their field, okay. Anything else? Passion, fantastic. It's a very, very important thing for entrepreneurship. I would even rate it as one of the most important. Anything else? Huh? Consistent. Okay. You would have easily got, in fact, when I look at it, visionary, far-sighted, hardworking, you'll attribute all qualities which you feel have made people successful. And that would stick to any of these individuals who have reached the top. Would you be knowing about one Krishnan Vijay Kumar? Do you know about that person? I also don't know. The fact is, for every Narayana Murthy, there are probably 20 such people who are equally good. But possibly they didn't need to reach that position, and therefore you do not know about them, you do not glorify them. But the fact of life is, people who have been successful, once they are successful, all the adjectives come and stick to them. Once a person reaches the top, you will find adjectives and say, this is something which I see in the person. But has it been so easy, a bed of roses for all of these people to reach the top? Recently, you would have seen how Narayana Murthy said, let's work 70 hours a week. And Sudha Murthy says that, yes, that's the way he was working. I'll tell you something. All of us think, when we see successful people, entrepreneurs, we feel how lucky they are. No, they have been passionate about what they want to do. They've taken many bold decisions, and skill-wise or subject matter knowledge-wise, they were all not very different from their peers, their classmates, or anyone. I've always noticed that in an audience like this, there are about 1,000 people in this auditorium. All of you are reasonably similar in your intellectual levels. People would have got some 65% or 75, 80%. Doesn't make a huge difference. At the end of it, it's not just the marks, but it is the knowledge that you have imbibed in your classrooms. That's almost going to be very similar. A commerce student, of all the 60, 70, 100, 200, 140 people, the knowledge levels will not be very different. It will be different, but not very different. But if you look at it after 10 years, the level of success is very different and not correlating with the marks alone. I'm not talking about entrepreneurship, any success. People who have been extremely successful have not necessarily been the toppers in the class, but toppers have also been successful, no doubt. But what makes the difference, like I was talking about, is that people who have been entrepreneurs and successful have actually been relentless in what they did. They did not give up on what they were believing in. They had self-belief. In fact, I was just watching this cricket match highlights last night. Have you seen that guy Sarfaraz playing yesterday? If any of you even saw clippings? Yeah. In fact, he went in when the chips were down. I mean, India was actually requiring something. And he was so bold, he knocked about 60 runs and about 60 balls, whatever, 62 or 66, whatever. And then on top of it, and one more thing, if you look at it, he's from a very, very deprived background. His brother is also doing very well in under 19. He's scored a couple of hundreds in the under 19 World Cup. After a struggle of waiting for 2, 3, 4 years, he got his chance. He did fantastically well. And on top of it, he was run out not because of his mistake. And the mature guy that he was, he didn't show any anger or anything. He took it in his stride. which showed that he was not here for this one inning. He was here for a long stretch. He was actually having a mature head on his shoulder, like who's played for long and who does not think this one-off run-out is going to make a difference to my career. It's not a failure. It's just a learning how to do it better next time. And for entrepreneurs, there's nothing called success and failure. It's only success and learning. Every failure you learn, and don't look back and say how I correct and move on and move on and move on. In that context, if you look at it, the same, if I look at Sarfraz, that this is his first match for the country. There's a lot of things at stake personally, because a failure can be out of the team when the Virats and others come into the team. Right now, few of the top players are not in the KL. Some of them are not playing for reasons of sickness and personal reasons. That gives the opportunity. It's not just using the opportunity, using it daringly. He actually played fantastically well. But most important is, skill-wise, there are many people like Sarfraz. What makes the difference? Especially an entrepreneur, he or she would be worried about, how do I get my, next month's earning? It's not like a salaried person who will get the salary month on month after month after month on the last day of the month. Things like that. You need something, which means there is something which should make you highly successful. And that one trait that I believe what entrepreneurs have, one important trait, is fearlessness. You should not have fear. You should actually, in fact, many players, when they're playing a practice game, whichever game that is, a player in the badminton court plays fantastically, smashes every ball, or a TT player, or a cricket player in the nets. But when it becomes a match situation, they fail. Because they know here they are in a competitive environment where a failure will mean they are knocked out of the game or knocked out of the tournament. Whereas when they are playing a practice game, it is fun. My talent is very good. But the talent does not come to display because of the fear of failure. So an entrepreneur, one of the important traits that you should develop, because you have the skill. You have to back your skill. If you are able to work for somebody else's company with all your skill, what stops you from working for your own self? You suddenly feel, no, if I fail, what happens? I always believe that an entrepreneur, most important trait is that fearlessness and belief in what they are doing. So this is something which is extremely important. And of course, there are so many other traits like collaborating with people with some conflicting thought process, personality traits. In fact, there are many times founders, there are 2 or 3 people who are working together and they find that the other person has a different conflicting ideology or something like that. And so they go apart without looking at those synergistic complementary thought processes, which can be great success. There are people who may have different, personality trait. One could be a short-tempered person, other could be a very soft person. In fact, many times they say in team sport, that is what becomes a problem, where when 11 people are there, if all the 11 people they're not the same. But then they should look at all the positive traits which can connect those dots together. In fact, I think all of you would have seen the great success of Rohan Bopanna. At 43 years, he became the oldest person to win Grand Slam. And I was thinking, what makes a person successful? In fact, he has no cartilage in his knee. which is like the lubrication. If without a cartilage, you can't run so fast, which means you have to understand your limitation. But you also know which are the strengths that you can display. And his partner, I thought, at least would complement with some energy. And he was also, I think, I don't know what his name is, but I think he was also about 35, 36, 37, whatever the age may be. One 43-year-old and one 35, 36-year-old is making them together an average age of 40. And 90% of the times, the average age of on the tennis court would be around 25 or so, which will make them successful. At 40, between them, two people backing their technique and also backing their fearlessness. I will win, we will win, and how we complement each other. So why I'm saying that is, in all these cases, I believe that fearlessness is what makes entrepreneur most successful. There are 100 people who start amongst our own children who would have started bakery units. Many people who would have started probably some type of a boutique or something like that. Many entrepreneurial opportunities are there. We are a 140 crore people country. The volume of consumer power is very high. It's all possible, but the one who stays long, like a marathon, one who backs oneself and goes after it, suddenly will find the ones who are slightly, in self-doubt will drop out. The one who sustains ultimately will find running in front. Not that the others were not capable, but they gave up. In that context, I believe if all of you 1,000 people, if I think all of you are going to become entrepreneurs, that's not what I'm intending to do. But when you have this type of a mindset, when you are in a corporate organization or wherever you're working, you will be valued much more. Because today, world is in such a fast and furious pace. People who are heading companies, who are managing teams, they are looking forward to people who will take ownership, who will take responsibility, who will execute without being told every step. That requires a fearless approach. Even for an employee to be successful, it's important that they actually, develop that fearless attitude, so that when my manager tells me, do this, I will not just say, what are the steps I should do. Once I have a certain pattern of knowledge, I will complete the job and say, I have completed it. Not go back and say, I did this, what is the next step? I did this, what is the next step? I know this is the outcome expected from me. So I will operate with the mental state of an entrepreneur. So people who are in that mental state are more efficient, more dependable, because I can tell my subordinate, do this, and I can get it done because the person takes responsibility. That actually is an entrepreneurial trait. So none of you, I wish all of you develop that entrepreneurial trait, because the world is very different. That's what I always say. It's like, a car running at 150 kilometers on the highway, and it needs to be repaired. Without stopping the vehicle, the driver has to jump out, open the bonnet, set right as the car keeps running. Because there's no way of stopping also. The world is at a pace where you can't even stop. If you stop and look back, Usain Bolt, if he looks back, he may find somebody else pass him. He doesn't have that time. He has to keep moving. So that is the type of trait that is important. And I feel that all of you, my fundamental assumption is that all of you are skill-wise, subject matter expertise-wise, all that you are all reasonably equal to each other. And each of you develop this entrepreneurial skill. I wish about 10-15% of you jump into it, become entrepreneurs, sustain that with huge self-confidence, and reach levels of what you call, where you can get adjectives like what we were talking about: passionate, pioneering, far-sighted, visionary, all that. Because you become popular and very successful. And the rest of you who have the entrepreneurial trait will become hugely successful in your professional careers, because you will be treated with such respect, because you take ownership, decide very well, become very efficient, and reach pinnacles in your career also very quickly, what we call fast track in employment terms. So my thing is, this is a day or two when you spend with people talking to you about many, of their successes based on their experiences. The full day you will be listening to people like that. And I'm sure the learning in this day would add value, great value to all of you in facing the professional life with greater resolve and greater confidence, and also make you think seriously about how you should develop that entrepreneurial trait. That's most important. And I believe that this is a fantastic conference that all of you will gain out of, and my best wishes to each one of you. I wish somebody, I remember and say that this Lakshmi, who is now sitting on this, great achievement, was in this audience. I wish that day for that. Thank you very much. May God bless.
On behalf of the members of the organizing team, I express my profound gratitude to our chairman, V.M. Muralidharan, for the wonderful and inspiring speech. Thank you, sir. I extend a warm welcome to Ms. Shobana Kamakshi, co-founder, Jewaholic and Brad Gifts, an alumna of CS department, who will be sharing her success story in the forthcoming session. I now invite Dr. A.S. Saranya to honor our chairman, V.M. Muralidharan, with a memento as a token of our appreciation and gratitude. Thank you, sir. I request Dr. V. Shanti to present a memento to our principal, Dr. S. Uma Gauri. Thank you, ma'am. It takes a big heart to shape little minds. Today we have amongst us two eminent stalwarts, Dr. V. Shanti, Associate Professor and Head Department of Corporate Secretaryship, and Dr. A.S. Saranya, Vice Principal, Associate Professor and Head Department of Commerce, who will be laying down office this academic year. On behalf of all of us, faculty and students, I deem it an honor to place on record my sincere and heartfelt appreciation and gratitude to Dr. V. Shanti and Dr. A.S. Saranya to Dr. V. Shanti and Dr. A.S. Saranya for their exemplary service to the cause of education. With more than 3 decades of dedicated and committed service, you have been more than a teacher to all of us. Thank you, teachers. I request Dr. T. Usha Priya, former Vice Principal and Head, Department of BCom Bank Management, to felicitate Dr. V. Shanti. Thank you, ma'am. May I now request Dr. K. Geeta, Associate Professor and Head, Department of Commerce, to felicitate Dr. A.S. Saranya. Thank you, ma'am. I now request Dr. A.S. Saranya, Vice Principal, to thank the gathering.
Distinguished guests, respected chairman, principal, esteemed colleagues, and dear students. On behalf of the Department of Business Studies, I deem it a great privilege to extend my heartfelt thanks to each one of you. Today we stand at the threshold of a new beginning. With dedication, camaraderie, and a spirit of shared purpose, the Departments of Commerce, Corporate Secretariship, Bank Management, Business Administration, Commerce Honors, and Accounting and Finance have organized this international conference on exploring horizons, trailblazing entrepreneurship. With profound gratitude, we appreciate the august presence of our beloved chairman, Thiru V.M. Muralidharan, Chief Operating Officer, Bhavan Cybertech Group, and Chairman of Alert NGO. Your insights, expertise, and experiences shared during your address have undoubtedly been enriching and have set the tone for the day. I am sure you have kindled the entrepreneurial spirits in our students. Thank you very much, sir. I wish to convey our gratitude to the management under the leadership of our dynamic chairman, Thiru V.M. Muralidharan, for the steadfast encouragement in all our endeavors. Your guidance catalyzes our achievements. Thank you, sir. Heartiest thanks to our respected principal, Dr. S. Uma Gauri, for her support and for delivering the felicitation address. Thank you for your inspiring words. Many thanks to the various heads of the Business Studies Department and their faculty for the coordinated effort in the conduct of today's conference. I express our gratitude to all the esteemed invitees, delegates, participants from other city colleges for their valuable presence. Our thanks are due to the faculty members and heads of department of other departments for gracing this occasion with their presence and support. We extend a heartfelt thanks to all the students for being such an exceptional audience. As we contemplate the knowledge shared and the memories created, let us continue to uphold the vision of our esteemed founder, Thiru V.L. Ethiraj, motivating us to pursue excellence. Once more, I express my gratitude to all of you for being integral to this international conference. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. A day well begun is half done. Brace yourselves for an electrifying day lined up with sessions to kindle your entrepreneurial instincts. I request you all to rise and join us for the college song.
செய்யவோம். நாட்டினிலே அறத்தை காக்க நல்லொழுக்கம் பூணுவோம். ஏட்டினிலே கற்ற கல்வி என்றும் எங்கள் நெஞ்சினில் ஊட்டும் தெய்வ பக்தியோடு தேசபக்தி ஓங்கவே ஏறுவோம், முன்னேறுவோம். வயது தெய்வ தீபமாக ஒளிரும் கல்வி சுடரினை முயன்று தேடி காணவே முன் வைத்த கால்பின் வாங்கிடும். முயன்று தேடி காணவே முன் வைத்த கால்பின் வாங்கிடும். முயன்று தேடி காணவே முன் வைத்த கால்பின் வாங்கிடும். ஏறுவோம், முன்னேறுவோம், என்றுமே முன்னேறுவோம். எங்கள் எதிராஜ் கல்லூரி ஏற்ற வாழ்வில் ஏறுவோம். ஏறுவோம், ஏறுவோம், முன்னேறுவோம், முன்னேறுவோம். ஏறுவோம், ஏறுவோம், முன்னேறுவோம், முன்னேறுவோம். ஏறுவோம், ஏறுவோம், முன்னேறுவோம், முன்னேறுவோம். ஏறுவோம், ஏறுவோம், முன்னேறுவோம், முன்னேறுவோம்.
Thank you all. I request the students to kindly remain seated to hear the inspiring journey of 3 dynamic entrepreneurs to share their success stories. Thank you.
All the teachers, please come over to the stage. Teachers, please. Those in the upper gallery.